Hey guys, in this tutorial I want to show you how you can create a countdown which triggers an effect or something else here in the Spark AR Studio for your Instagram filter. So yeah, let's go! Hey again, so let's create a countdown which triggers some effect here in the Spark AR Studio. I want to trigger a particle system which emits some particles from the top to the bottom, so I will create this first. So for this I will just go to my scene, click on the little plus and here search for particle system. So the particle system is emitting here, but I want it from the top to the bottom. So I will change the type from point to line, then I will go up to the transformations and set the rotation of the axis from 0 to 180. Now the emitter is emitting downward. So I will set the length of the line from 0.1 to 0.3 and then I go to my viewport and just drag and drop the emitter up to the edge of the screen. So now I will just create a material for this emitter. So I go to my assets bundle, click on the little plus, select material, and here I will just call this material red because I want to have red particles. So I select the material, go to the right hand side and set the shader type to flat. Now I go down to color and set the color to a red color. So the next step is just to select the emitter and then go to the right hand side and scroll down to materials and here click on the plus and select the red material. So now we have red materials raining from the top. So but this was just the effect I want to trigger. The main part of this tutorial will be the countdown we will do now. So you can do anything else, but you can also do an emitter for the tutorial. So the first thing I want to do is to add some badges. We will trigger the countdown with a tap on the screen, but of course it can also be triggered with the screen recording or any other interaction you want. So for this I go to my badge editor, click on add badge and here I search for screen tap. So the next thing is that I need a switch patch. Here I connect the gesture state output of the screen tap patch to the turn on input of the switch. My next patch I need is an animation patch. So then I just connect the on off output of the switch to the play input of the animation patch. So my next patch I need is a 2 range patch. And here we will connect the progress output of the animation with the first input of the 2 range patch. So here we have to set some values. For the min, I will set the value to 3.4 and the maximum amount is 0. Sounds a little bit strange because the minimum is higher than the maximum, but this makes sense in the end, so just trust me. Now we need another patch and this is a round patch. So also create this and connect the output of the 2 range patch to the round input here. So the next step is that we have to create an object where we will display our countdown. So our countdown will be 3, 2, 1 and then it will trigger the emitter. So for this we need a 2D text object. For this we go to the left hand side to our scene, click on the plus and here search for 2D text. Now we will see this text object on the left upper corner which says text. So I want it in the middle, so I select the 2D text object, go to the right hand side, go to width and here set the width to fill width. So now the text is in the middle, but I want it here. So I just go to my viewport and just drag and drop the text here down to the middle of the screen. I want it a little bit bigger, so I go to the right hand side and set the font size to, let's say, 100, and also I will set the color to white. So I hit OK and now we have this text. So but we want here the countdown. So for this we go to the right hand side when the 2D text element is selected, and here we click on this little arrow next to text under typography. So when you click on this little arrow, you will find a yellow 2D text patch in your patch editor. And now we need one last patch so we can convert our number to a string. So for this we go to add patch, and here we search for a toString patch. So we just insert this, and now we connect the output of the round patch to the value input of the string, and the output of the toString patch goes into the text input of the 2D text patch. So now the text element says free, and now when we change this here to simulate touch and touch on the screen here, we can see that the countdown is starting. At the moment it is pretty fast because the animation patch is set to 1 as a duration. Here we will set it to 3. So yeah, the duration is 3 seconds, and now when we restart the filter and click here again, it is much slower. And now I will explain why I set the minimum here to 3.4, because it is round up the number, and when we have 3 it counts down, and when it is at 2.5 it is 3, but when it is 2.4 it is 2, and it is 2 unless it is 1.5. So you see, when we have not 3.4, the number 3 wouldn't be as long standing here as the number 2 and 1. So I hope this makes sense. But yeah, so you can also change the duration or the amount of numbers. So when you want to have 10, a countdown of 10, you can set this to 10.4, and here you can set the duration to 10, and now you have a countdown of 10 seconds. But yeah, I think 3 is the most common one, so we will set it to 3, and here of course to 3.4. So now the emitter at the moment is emitting the whole time, and this is also standing here the whole time. So we will change this. So we need a few patches. The first one we need is a switch patch, and we will connect the completed output of the animation patch to the turn on input of the switch patch. Now we go to our emitter or any other object you want to trigger in our scene, click on it, go to the right hand side, and here under the properties, under the visibility property, we click on the little arrow next to it. And now we can just connect the switch output to the yellow emitter patch. And now the emitter is gone, but when we tap on the screen, the countdown counts down, and when it is at 0, the emitter will start emitting. So 3, 2, 1, and now the emitter should emit. So at the moment the countdown is here the whole time, but we just want it when it counts down. So for this we are doing also some magic. We need another switch patch. So here we go. And here we just connect the pulse patch, which is connected with the, this pulse patch here, which is connected with the screen tab, switch, and then pulse. Here the turn on output goes into the turn on input of our new created switch. And here the next thing is also that we go to our scene, click on the 2D text element, go to the right hand side, and here also extract the visibility property to our patch editor. So again, click on the little arrow next to it, and you will find this yellow 2D text patch here in the patch editor. Now just connect the on-off output of the switch to the visible input, and now the countdown is gone, but when we tap on the screen it appears and counts down. So the last thing we want to do is that it disappears when it ends. So for this we just connect the completed output of the animation with the turn off input of the switch, and now when we tap again it counts down, and it also we also have here some emitters and the countdown is gone. When you don't want to display the 0, you can just go down to the to range patch and here set the maximum amount to 0.5, so it will never be 0 because when it is 0.4 it rounds down to 0 and now it will be just 1. So again, tap on the screen, 3, 2, 1, emitting. So now this was all the magic about a countdown which triggers some effects here in the Spark AR Studio. I hope this tutorial was helpful. If yes, give it a thumbs up, and if you're new to this channel, it would be really nice when you subscribe to it. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video. Bye!